Hey guys, Kiddvirus53 here, and welcome to a brand new video. I don't know what I'm doing with myself because it is currently 3:20 in the morning, and I just thought, screw it, I'm gonna do my PS1 collection, the PlayStation 1. I've got about 60 to 80 games here. I haven't really counted them. I had to rebuild my collection back in 2019 because all the games that I used to have were in a folder. I gave them to my brother and he lost them due to a flood that he had in his basement, and he lost all the games, especially some rare titles which I don't have here. But starting around summer 2019, I've tried to build my collection up here and there. So these are all the games that I have with me as of this moment, as of the 3rd of February 2021. So these games are all from A to Z. I'm just going to give you my thoughts about them. There's some of them here that I've not even played, so let's just get right down to it. There are a few rare titles that I am still trying to pick up, which I'm trying to find for a good price because, as they say, it's a bit difficult trying to find your favourite game that you used to play back in the day, and you come to realise that it's expensive as hell. But we're going to dive right through all these games here. I don't know how long this will take me because I am doing this through the Share Factory on PS4. So let's just get right down to it. And I apologise for the last video where midway through the video that the audio in the video didn't really sort of time itself properly, so it felt like that the video was timed, or it was delayed a little bit. But I don't know how this will par off with this video, so if it happens again, I do apologise, but I'm sure we can get through this video without any problems. But things happen. Let's just get right down to it, shall we? So the first game here I have Army Men Locked and Loaded. I do have the Army Men games on the PS2. I've not even played a single one of them, but I've heard that they're really good. Had a lot of suggestions from friends, and they gave me their thoughts about it, so I thought I'd pick them up. So I still need to play this. So this is Lock and Load. And we also have Army Men Omega Soldier, another one that I've not played yet. Next here, this doesn't have a front case, so it's a bit iffy at the moment. We got Asteroids. Everything's there, we just don't have a front cover for it. Manual, disc, so forth. I just picked this up on eBay because it was cheap. So just a typical Asteroids game. Then I've got 2 copies because for one, I tested this game out when I bought it and it crashed on me, and then when I bought the second copy, I just wanted to give the original copy another test, and it just worked just right off the bat. So I have 2 copies, so I will be giving one away, and that is Bust a Move 4. Played this on the Dreamcast back in the day, so I thought, I was very aware of this, and Bust a Move 4 was the very first one that I played. Mine was Bust a Move 2 on the Game Boy Color. Really enjoy this. I just haven't really sat down and played this a lot when I picked it up, but I will do soon. I just have some very fond memories about it, so I like it for what it was. Then we have Circuit Breakers. Now, I remember playing this a lot on a PlayStation demo disc. I can't remember which one it was, but I really enjoyed it for what it was, especially when I played the demo millions of times. And I thought I had to pick up the actual copy and just experience it, and I love it. I just really like stuff to do with racing, and it's got some sort of Micro Machines perspective to it, but different. And this is what I really like. But it is pretty difficult to pick up for a decent price, but I grabbed it along with another rare title which we'll get to later on. But yeah, for those who don't know about Circuit Breakers, feel free to check it out. Then we have Comet Ray Rally. I think I've played this a few times when I was younger, but I don't really remember too much about it. A lot of people who are older than me will have some very fond memories about this, and yeah, I just thought, you know, add it to the collection. You know, all things to do with racing games, I don't mind it. So had to pick that up. Then we have Command and Conquer Red Alert. Never played this whatsoever, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. Then we have the original Call Borders. Not played this one. I've played the second game in the series, which I have, which I'll show you next. So yeah, I've not even played Call Borders 1 or 3 and 4, which I don't have, but I will give this a go later on sometime soon. Then of course we have Call Borders 2. I do have this as a PlayStation 1 classic on the PS3. Really love this game, really enjoy the soundtrack. This was probably one of my first snowboarding type games that I actually loved, and I just love it for what it was, really. You know, there's nothing much more to say about it. I just really enjoyed it. Really wish I had my original copy, because I had a lot of moves, little notes as to what the certain moves were, but you know, it is what it is. But I really enjoy this a lot. Then we have, I got this for very cheap on eBay lately. Everything's here, as I can tell, inside the case, but I don't know if it's 100% everything's there. This is the Japanese version of Crash Bandicoot 3, or Crash Bandicoot Warped I should say. Grabbed this for very cheap on eBay, along with some other games here. Plays absolutely fine, because my PS1 is chipped, or as you can say, it's modded, so it plays you know, US and Japanese titles. There's the inside, everything seems to be there. Little Japanese note, got the instruction manual and so forth, advertisements. So yeah, it plays absolutely fine. I do have the original PAL release on the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 1 Classics on the PS3, along with the original 3 games. Really enjoy the remaster as well. So Crash Bandicoot 3 is my favourite one in the series of all. I just don't know why, I just really seem to enjoy it more, and you know, it's one of my guilty pleasures as to why I love it, so I have that. Then we have Dance UK, which I really need to fix up the front cover, as you can tell. Not much to say about it, just your normal music rhythm game. Got this for very cheap, so it's not much to say about it really. Then we have Dinosaurs. Now I got mistaken for this to be Disney Dinosaurs, not knowing that this is a game made for for people ages 3 and up. All you really do is that you've got a cartoon movie, you can do like a little jigsaw puzzle and then some colouring. Yeah, I got very confused thinking it was the Disney Dinosaurs, but apparently it's not. I think this is just something that Sony decided to make, or the company Phoenix decided to make, aimed at children. There's a lot of children's games here on the PS1, and very small portion of children's games that I actually played on the PS1 when I was a kid. But this, I just didn't know anything about it. I got confused with Disney Dinosaur, and that was my mistake on that part. But I will pick up the Disney Dinosaurs, as we all know, at a later date. Then we have, I believe everything's in here. Yes, it is. There's the manual and the disc. I had to double check about that. We have Tigger's Honey Hunt. Never completed this. I don't know why. I remember enjoying the game for what it was. The case is a little bit cracked, but that's fine. But yeah, plays absolutely well. Grabbed this off eBay for cheap. I think I got it in a bundle. But yeah, I'll just have some fond memories about this game, and I just never seem to complete it, so I will have to jump into this at some point. Then we have ECW Anarchy Rules. Not the greatest wrestling game of all, because it was a copy and paste from when WWF, when Acclaim made the WWF games, and they thought we'll do ECW, but it's just a copy and paste of the engine and the fighting style and so forth. So it's not much to say. It's not a great game. I mean, they tried. I do remember playing it, but this one's not particularly my favourite. And then we have ECW Hardcore Revolution. This is probably the first one that I played, besides Anarchy Rules. Need to get a new copy because this one doesn't seem to work. It's completely scratched for what it is. Because I have tested this before. There goes the manual. Yeah, it's heavily scratched, but not too much. But I do need to get another copy, so I will replace that soon if I come across it. So, yep. Next we have FIFA 2000. I do remember playing this a whole lot. I'm not a soccer / FIFA football type of guy, but this one I used to play a hell of a lot. No idea why. No idea why at all. I do remember the soundtrack quite well. It's just something that I just enjoyed on the side when I was a kid, but I have no interest in football whatsoever. But yeah, I just thought I have it just to add to the collection nonetheless. Now we have Fluid. I picked this up on eBay. It did state that this is a rare game. No idea what it was, but you do create music. This is a unique interactive sound lab that enables you to compose infinite music sequences covering all genres of dance music. Navigate this incredible ambient world and access over 600 samples, an entire studio of audio effects, an 8-track mixing desk, and an interactive light show. So this is pretty much similar to the music games, the self-titled music or Music 2000. But yeah, I just saw this for cheap. It was rare, according to what the seller that I bought it from on eBay. And I haven't even checked this out. I've seen some videos, seemed intriguing, so I will give it a try at some point. But I just don't know what to say about this because I've not even tried it, nor that I even heard of it. Now we have everyone's favourite, Gran Turismo. I don't really need to explain all this. I mean, it's Gran Turismo. There's everything in here. There's no front cover. There's no front cover at all, but I think I don't need to explain this one bit. It's Gran Turismo. And then following that is Gran Turismo 2, which I made the biggest mistake on my end because when I bought this, apparently it only came, I'll take the manual out, you've got the black and white strategy guide and then the normal manual. It only came with disc 2, so I will be getting another copy and I will find the disc only for disc 1. So I'm unable to play it, but I do remember playing it as a kid, so I screwed myself over on that part, which is a big shame. But I'll just have it. If I find the disc, I'll take it, I'll test it, and then eventually get another copy, and then I'll sell this copy off. That was my mistake. Then we have Grand Theft Auto. Don't really need to say anything about this one. Then we've got GTA 2. I think I prefer this one a lot more than the first game. And then we have Grand Theft Auto London. Really enjoyed this one as well. Next up we have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Really enjoy this. And I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. And we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Haven't really played this one, but I've seen a lot of playthroughs and stuff and really enjoy it for what it is, but I just haven't tried it myself, so I will do it at some point. Next we have Kensei's Sacred Fist. This is a fighting game that I have fond memories about. Not a lot of people seem to know about it. It did feel like, I do want to kind of say Street Fighter in a sense, but it's just a typical fighting game. Not the greatest one of all time, but you know, it's made by Konami of all companies. I liked it for what it was. It's not great, but you know, I enjoyed it. Then we have the Jungle Book Rhythm and Groove, or people say Jungle Book Groove Party. Just your typical music rhythm game. And we have Looney Tunes Racing, just your typical racing game with Looney Tunes characters. I've not played this at all, didn't know anything about it, so I saw it and I picked it up. Then we have Eminem Shell Shocked, apparently one of the worst games of all time. There's not much to say. You can go ahead and check out Triple Jump on YouTube. They have done a worst games ever series on this one, so it pretty much says it all when you see the gameplay and all the critics and stuff talking about this, so you know. Then we have Medal of Honor Underground. Do remember playing this quite a bit, but I never completed it. Then we have Metal Gear Solid. Don't really need to explain this one bit. Comes with both discs. Sure, it's the platinum release, but hey ho, I own it. Then we have Mickey's Wild Adventure. I do remember my older brothers playing this a lot more than I did, so I picked it up for what it was. Then this is one that I recently picked up. We have Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It's not a great version because of the loading times and they're very, very slow, but I picked it up nonetheless. That's because I just wanted it. It was on my wish list and I managed to get it for quite a good deal. Then we have MTV Sports Pure Ride. Not the greatest snowboarding game out there, but I remember playing it. Followed by that we have MTV Sports Snowboarding, which I've not played. Then we have, I'm not sure if this is a Japan only title, but I grabbed it cheap alongside the Crash Bandicoot 3. So yeah, the case isn't in great shape. I mean, it closes up, but the slots where you put the disc in, they're all falling all over the place. So the teeth where they put the disc in, it's just broken. So I do need a new case for this, and that is Neo Rude. It's a 2-disc game. Feels like a RPG. This was made in 1997 by Technosoft. You know, I don't really have any words about this. I just don't know anything about it. I grabbed it cheap, so I thought, why not? There's the back as well. Followed by that, another Japanese copy. One Piece. One Piece. Tobidashi Kaizokuden, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So we have One Piece. Again, another one that I got cheap alongside Neo Rude and Crash 3. So I've not really seen a single episode of One Piece, but I will do at some point, and then I'll eventually try out the game. But this is in Japanese, so I might have the hardest time trying to translate all this, but I have it. Next up we have Pool Shark. I do enjoy some snooker games. I played the second game a lot more than the first one, so I had to pick up this. Then we have Ready to Rumble Boxing. not the greatest port. The Dreamcast version works a lot more better than this, but you know, it's ready to rumble, and I enjoyed it. Followed by that, we have Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. This is probably one of the better games. It has a few unlockable characters. You get to play as Michael Jackson, Shaquille O'Neal, Mr. President, which I believe was Bill Clinton, and then you have Hillary Clinton. You got a robot as Roblox Reese 4. Yeah, this was pretty much better than the first game, I gotta say. So, yeah. Next up, we have Real Fishing. Really enjoy my fishing games. Followed by that, we have Real Fishing 2. Next, we have Resident Evil 2, one of the first Resident Evil games that I ever played within the series. Grabbed this from a retro gaming store for about £20, so you know, I had to pick it up. I do have the PS1 Classic on PS3, and I thought I need to get it physically, so here it is. Comes with both of the discs. It's not in great shape because front bit's gone. Manual's there, and there's Claire's scenario. So yeah. Oh, gotta put that back. So yeah, Resident Evil 2. Followed by that is Resident Evil 3. Got this for about £15 from the same store. A guy came in and he gave this away, and I just said to him that I'll take it before the guy at the front took it. So, you know, got this for a very good deal. Really enjoy this one as well. I kind of say 2 is my RE2 has a special place in my heart, but this one I really enjoy a lot more, just because it's a bit quicker than the other version, and you can skip a lot of cutscenes. But yeah, Resident Evil 3. I really enjoy Resident Evil 3. Loved it when I first played it. Followed by that is Resident Evil Survivor. Got this from the same store for about £20. I have not played this properly. I have not completed it. I have seen a lot of playthroughs regarding to this. It's not the greatest game, but you know, I own it because I'm a Resident Evil fan. So, you know, I will give it a decent playthrough at some point. Then we have Road Rash Jailbreak. Do remember watching my brothers play this a lot more than I did. So, yeah. Next we have Ronin Blades, aka Soul of the Samurai. I really enjoy this. I'm not gonna lie. So you've got 2 scenarios, and I forget the characters, but you know, feel free to check it out if you're very interested as to what this is. Then we have Rugrats Search for Raptor, or Raptor. Have very fond memories of this, especially playing this with my brothers back in the day. Then we have Scooby-Doo and Cyber Chase, a game which I've never really beat, but have some fond memories of this as well. Then we have not the greatest game of all time. We have The Simpsons Wrestling. I just enjoy The Simpsons, and it was wrestling related, so I had to pick it up. Have some fond memories of that as well. Then we have South Park. This is one that I've not... I think I have played this, but I think it was the N64 version. I may be wrong about that. I just can't remember from the top of my head. It might have been... the N64 version might have been a bit different, but I can't remember. I can't really say. So then we have Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. Then we have Street Fighter Plus Alpha, or or Street Fighter X Plus Alpha. Not play this one whatsoever, but I know that this game's quite difficult to get for a decent price. But I recently picked this one up, so you know, had to grab it. Not the biggest Street Fighter fan, but you know, it was on a deal. Then we have Stuart Little 2. Really enjoy the movie, so I pick up the game. Have some memories of that game as well. Then we have this is kind of rare. It's about £20-30 on eBay or more. We have Tank Racer. So this is just a generic racing game but with tanks. That's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say. Yeah, it's just pretty much your generic racing game, but it's with tanks. Next we have, I don't really need to explain all this, but we have Tekken. Followed by that we have Tekken 2, which also comes with a demo disc, which I've not even tried out yet. Comes with a random demo disc as well. This is in a big case. And we also have Tekken 3. Next we have The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Never owned this. Don't know too much about this game. But I picked it up. Do enjoy the movies, so I had to grab it. Oh, and the case is falling apart with this one. I think the case is a little bit broken. Yep, the case is a little bit broken for this one. Everything is there. We have 007, The World Is Not Enough. Followed by that, probably one of my favourite arcade-style shooter games, minus Silent Scope on the PS2. We have Time Crisis. Really enjoyed this one. And the manual just fell out the case. Very big manual. Yeah, really enjoyed this one. Followed by that was its sequel, Time Crisis Project Titan. Do want to get a black label copy of this one. Then we have, don't really need to explain this one either, we have Tomb Raider 2. Have some memories going into Croft Manor and then just lock in the butler in the freezer. Very good memories with that. Then we have Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, or Tomb Raider 4 as people will call it. Then we have, I do want to grab another copy just because the manual's missing. We have Tony Hawk's Skateboarding, or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. Then we have UEFA Champions League season 2000-2001. Just picked this up because I do remember owning this. I think my brothers pretty much had it, so it was for them. So then we have WCW Backstage Assault, not the greatest game in the world because you're just mainly fighting backstage. Then we have WCW Nitro, which I've not played. WCW NWO Thunder, another one that I've not played. Then we have The Weakest Link. World Championship Snooker, still has the price tag on it. I think this was my first snooker game that I ever played, but I do remember playing it quite a lot, so I have it. Then we have World Cup 98. It was cheap, so I picked it up. Don't really need to explain much about this, just your original football soccer game. Then we have 2 copies of WWF Attitude because one of them didn't work and I grabbed a replacement. Followed by that is WWF In Your House, which is pretty much more of an arcadey type wrestling game. Think of it back on the, I kind of want to say Sega Saturn or the Sega CD. Then we have WWF SmackDown. This is one that I've not played at a bunch, but I picked it up alongside SmackDown 2, which I'll show you. So there's SmackDown 2. Have very fond memories of the second game. Never really played first. SmackDown 2, however, I remember playing quite a lot. Followed by that is the very first wrestling game that I played. We have WWF Warzone. Again, not great, but it had a very good creation suite. I think this is probably one of the first wrestling games that had a creation suite. And you can make the very most bizarre looking custom characters to play within the game. So, you know. And finally, we have, I believe this was more of a Sega CD type game as well. We have WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game, which it's pretty rare these days. I think I grabbed this for about £20, but yeah. So that is all the games here that I have on the PS1 as of the 3rd of February 2021. I hope you enjoy what you see here. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section down below, and feel free to leave me some links to your PS1 collection, because I am very intrigued to see what you guys have. So that is it here. This is all I really have, because I had to rebuild the collection just over a year ago now, which sucks, but I'm slowly getting there, slowly but surely. But yeah, this is all I have as of this moment. If I get any more games like I normally do with the PS2, which I do feel like I want to redo my PS2 collection video in full for 2021, so anytime I get some brand new games and so forth, I will do a collection update, and so just to show you guys what I have added to the collection. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed everything that you see here. Stay tuned for more content. All my social medias in the description, and that is it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.